there's a reason why I wanted to come up here with him, because there's no doubt in my mind he wants this game today flat out. His energy, his effort, his toughness, his leadership was unbelievable tonight. You know, in a very, in a game where we had faced a lot of adversity. You know, he kept the guys together, and I can't tell you how proud I am of him.
Todd, the shot he hit there when you guys took time with 11 seconds on a shot clock, is that exactly how you drew it up?
Absolutely. Yep. We wanted the ball in his hands on the block, and he took the ball to contact. He did everything right, and still made the play.
What was going through your mind, RP, as you took that final shot?
I just wanted to win the game, because I know this every game from here on out is a Super Bowl game. So, like Coach said, so I was just had in my mind that I'm going to finish the play and lead my team to victory.
Todd, you talked coming in about the effort that Ball State gives and how you were impressed by that. That 8-minute spell at the end of the first half was about as good as they've been. Just your thoughts on that.
Our team, you know, we talked about it before the game, just maturity-wise, the next step for us is to handle success during the course of the game. I think we really handled success in the course of the season exceptionally well. For a team that's still relatively young, but we haven't handled success so much in the course of a game. You know, and I thought there was a group of guys out there when we're up 15 that relaxed and turned the ball over. You know, by the time we got them out of the game, Ball State had a rhythm going. And I tell you what, James is doing a great job. I mean, they're playing hard. Defensively, they're really sound. They're in gaps. You know, they're a team that, and they got some good players. Let's face it. You know, Mojak's an all-league player. Jesse Berry's a guy that last year had 26 points, I think, against us at our place. I mean, you know, they got some guys, and we let them get comfortable, and that's our fault.
Todd, how do you feel about Chris Bond as a player and as like what he brings to his team as an opposing coach?
I love Chris Bond. Here's what I love about him. Here's a guy that wasn't very skilled, and now he's skilled. He's gotten better. He was an athlete, an offensive rebounder. Now you got to go and guard the three. You got to. I told RP that, because you know our game plan in the past has been to play off him. And watching film, I told RP, hey, you got him. And you just understand, he's in my opinion, I think we got some really improved players in our program. Boy, you know, he's right up at the top of the list in our league as far as most improved players.
Todd, there was a good matchup there, point guard, Brown, Turner, obviously foul trouble for both. But just your assessment on that matchup?
I don't think we guarded them very well tonight, but we'll do a better job at our place.
Coach, what does a 20-win season mean to you?
You know, 20 wins is without question the barometer, you know, nationally for a program that had a good year. It means nothing to our program this year. I think we're above that. We're above looking at 20 wins. I think when you start out like we did, and then, you know, 20-3, we're not, you know, about getting 20 wins. We're about competing for championships.
Ryan, let me ask you the same question. What does 20 wins mean to you then? With that said,
it means a lot. Starting from this program, you know, me and Coach K and the rest of the guys starting from the bottom up, and now this organization at the top. So 20 wins means a lot to me personally. But you know, Coach K, come from Green Bay, we had 20 wins there. So I'm just happy that we can get it started here.
When you call the timeout with 11 seconds on the shot clock, in most situations like that, you're going to go to Juice. He's not in the game. First, I didn't see it. Did he mouth off after the foul? And secondly, how much does your playbook shrink when he's on the sideline for a play like that?
Well, he called out of bounds initially, so I was shocked that there was a foul there. It was an out-of-bounds play, in my opinion. And Juice said something he shouldn't have said in a taunting way, I guess. But I wasn't down there to see it and see how it was said or what was said. But I know what he said, and it was, you know, nothing to compare to some other programs say to us. I'll tell you that, nothing. But I don't condone it. We'll address it with him, and he won't do it again.
And then the second part, without him on the floor for that final shot, how much does that change?
Well, you say, I mean, not every play does go to him at the end of the game. One play went to him. One play went to him. When you got 5 guys that can score, we got a lot of guys that could make plays come out of timeouts. And we got a variety of different looks, late game situations for everybody, not just for Juice. But obviously Juice has made some big plays, but these guys also have. I mean, he did it against Cleveland State, he did it against Kent State, and other guys have made those plays come out of timeouts.
Todd, were there any defensive adjustments in that second half? Obviously, you created a lot of turnovers in the second half, or was it just a matter of better effort?
I think better effort led by Ryan. I think his ball pressure was tremendous. I think our post hits were good. With Mojak, he's a hard cutter. He's a good low post player.
How much did Zach have to grow up at the end of the game?
Zach gave us great minutes. He gave us great minutes. And, Nate didn't play well, so we got to get Nate back on track.
Ryan, one more for you. Justin said you took the personally, defensively against CB. Where was the turning point where you took it personally during the game?
At halftime, when I looked up at the score and found out they was back in the game, and that this is a crucial game for us and we need to come out to win. So I tried to turn my ball pressure up to another level and just start boxing him out personally and taking my team defense to another level also.
Ryan, were they tougher than you expected? Did they give more effort than maybe you anticipated?
Yes, they gave more effort, but half of it was our fault too to get them, confidence early, like you said, that dunk, and they got going early, gave them confidence. But I think we could have stopped that if we would have focused more on our defense ball pressure.
I know we were just talking about your defense, but obviously you make that shot for the 5-point lead at the end, and you have to stop at the other end. I mean, what's going through your mind to kind of continue that wave of momentum on the defense end?
After that shot, I knew Barry was going to take the last shot, and I wanted to get in the gap, the elbow gap, and I think I'm pretty good at doing that. So I just told myself I'm just going to commit my whole body to get to the elbow and try to get deflection.
Todd, when you call that timeout, you don't leave yourself a ton of times. I mean, there's enough time to do some things. Was it you didn't like what you saw, or you saw something out there that you wanted to
Which
draw
time
that
are you
play?
talking about? The 11
11
seconds?
seconds.
That was said, a couple of days ago what we're doing in that situation. That's all thought out well ahead of time.
You knew you were going to that play.
I knew even with Juices on the floor, we're going to that play.
Were you simply reminding you guys then that
Just got to redraw the play, but we had to, it was a little bit different. We had different guys at different positions. So John's never played the spot he played. Just really proud of how our guys concentrate and focus come out of the timeout, but just redrawing it. But that was, done on Thursday.
Rob, what do you think you're doing differently the last two games? I mean, you look at the Miami game and the Ohio game, points were down, now the last two games they're back up. Are you feeling more comfortable with your game? Anything different for you?
Every player hits a wall, and I finally hit my wall this year. But thankfully, when I hit my wall, I got great players around me, and we still getting wins. So even though I was down on myself a little, I just told myself I need to pick up my energy because that's where half of my game comes from. So if my energy's down, then I don't do too much. So I try to tell myself mentally to pick my energy up, and everything else will take care of itself.
Anything else for coach or the players? Okay.
Thanks, guys.